I changed the way my scope was mounted, so I started out at 50 yards to sight it back in, and I just turned around my front scope mount was all I did, and I decided back in. So that's what these shots are, and this is with factory ammo. So this is the last shot that I fired, trying to sight it back in, and I was pretty happy with that. So I decided to go ahead and start. Now the first thing you do is fire 3 fouling rounds with the powder that you're going to be using for the test. So these are actually the 3 shots that I fired as fouling rounds. That's minimum load of the powder that I'm going to use for the test. You notice that they already are hitting higher at 100 yards. This is at 100 yards. That they're already hitting higher at 100 yards than the factory ammo did. So the minimum load appears to be already hotter than factory ammo. This is the Remington Corlocks that I shot here. So I put this big piece of paper with an aiming point on it out at 200 yards, and then started shooting the round. So the first round is got the same amount of powder in as the fouling rounds, and it hit here, and I don't know if you can see that there or not, but it's got 42.6 grains of powder in it, and then the second one hit here, so it's got 0.3 grains more, so it's 42.9 grains of powder, and it just goes up from there. So then the third one hit here, and then the fourth, and then the fifth, and for the sixth one it jumped to the other side of the plate, or the other side of the piece of paper. So 6th, 7th, 8th way up here. If I had to gamble, I'd probably say that I did that, and it wasn't the rounds, but I don't know. There's something about the harmonics of the barrel that I guess affect where these bullets hit. Then 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I think this test probably could have been done better if I'd have put the paper out further, because then I think you would see more of a vertical spread on a piece of paper than I did at 200 yards. I really didn't think that the ammo was going to be this accurate. I'm used to the factory ammo, and with the factory ammo there probably would have been a bigger drop. So if you look, I can cover all of these rounds with a paper plate. So even though all these rounds have different amounts of powder in them, they're still pretty accurate. These last 2 rounds down here that have the R's next to them, those are actually 2 more of the Remington Corlock rounds that I shot at the plate. I really expected them to be down here lower, you know, as compared to where the Corlocks are hitting on here. As compared to, if you can see that even, you know, the lowest loads are still hitting higher than the Remington Corlock. So I think if I'd have kept going up higher, the 15 isn't at max load yet, but it's a little bit underneath it. I think that if I'd have kept going up higher to max load, maybe beyond max load, that I would have had another cluster up here. It looked like I was already starting to work a cluster. But what you're supposed to be looking for is vertical differences, not take the lateral out. So if you look at 1, 2, 3, 4, these are all the lowest loads, and they're really close together vertically, and then it starts to spread out vertically. So I think if I pick the middle of these lowest loads here, that's probably going to be what my barrel wants. And like I said, I think if I'd have kept going with the harder rounds, I'd have probably found another cluster up here. But you know, 16 would have probably been at or just a hair under max load, and then 17 would have been above max load if I'd have shot 2 more rounds. I think I'm happier staying with the lighter loads and staying down here.